Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Troy, your wellness chef, coach, and mentor. If this is your first time joining us, here we discuss everything wellness. So today's video, I'm going to be helping your family eat less sodium. Sodium is in a lot of the different foods that we eat. So today, I'm going to quickly give you 5 tips in a 2-part series on how to eat less sodium. Sodium plays a high role in heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. So eating less on a regular basis is going to lower your chances for these types of illnesses. The FDA recommends that adults take in about 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. That's about 1 teaspoon. And for children or individuals over 51 or at higher risk for diabetes or high blood pressure, it goes down to 1,500 milligrams per day of sodium. Number 1, think fresh. Most of the sodium that we get in our diet comes from highly processed foods. These are like chili dogs, pizza, cured meats, bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and the like. If it's already made in a box or a can, normally it has a high rate of sodium. So think fresh when you're thinking about eating, and you'll lower your sodium intake. Tip number 2, enjoy home prepared foods. One of the main reasons I created my spice line was to encourage you to cook more at home. For the last 15 years, I've been encouraging you to eat more homemade foods. You're going to be able to control how much sodium are in those particular meals if you cook them yourself. Number 3, fill up on veggies and fruit. They are naturally low in sodium. Today in America, we eat more meat and less vegetables. We eat more starch and less vegetables and fruit. So by flip-flopping that around and eating more vegetables and more fruits at the beginning of your meal and less meat and less starches, you're going to lower your sodium intake. Eat plenty of vegetables and fruit, fresh or frozen, and try to eat vegetables or fruit at every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in between snacks. By snacking on fruits and vegetables, you'll fill yourself up, you'll have great energy, and you'll lower your sodium intake. Number 4, choose dairy and protein foods that are lower in sodium. Choose fat-free or low-fat options. Try no sodium or low sodium options. Deli, lunch meats like sausages, canned meats, corned beef, bacon are all higher in sodium. So try to eat less of those. Choose unsalted nuts and unsalted seeds and unsalted or low sodium snacks. Snacking is where we end up with a lot of sodium in our diet. Number 5, adjust your taste buds. Cutting back on salt is not going to be easy if you're so used to it, because salt equals flavor in our taste buds are going to need to be adjusted a little bit, and it's going to take some getting used to. Let's recap. Number 1, think fresh. Try to eat as many fresh foods as possible. Number 2, enjoy home-cooked meals. Get your Pirate's Gold Golden Herb Seasoning Blend. Use it on your homemade foods. Number 3, fill up on fruits and veggies. Eating fruit and vegetables at the beginning of your meal will help you eat less protein and starch and lower your sodium intake. Number 4, choose low-fat, fat-free, or low-sodium items when you're shopping. This is going to help control your sodium intake and get your energy levels back up. And then number 5, adjust your taste buds. It's going to take time for you to be able to enjoy your food without all the salt. Grabbing your Pirate's Gold seasoning blend will help. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will do part 2, and we'll give you the next 5 tips on how to control your sodium intake. I'll see you at the website. Join me at www.troyweaver.com for your spices, tips, recipes, and more wellness content. I'll see you in the next video. Hi, welcome back to the show. I'm Troy Weaver, your wellness chef, coach, and mentor, and you're watching Phenom Coaching. Today is part 2 of how to eat less sodium. 5 tips that are going to help you and your family lower your sodium intake. If this is your first time joining us, here we discuss everything wellness. And if you haven't got a chance to get my Golden Herbs Pirates Gold Seasoning Blend, today's a great day to pick yours up. It's low sodium and it's going to give you a flavor unlike anything you've ever tasted. You don't have to change your recipe. All you have to do is sprinkle in my Pirates Gold Golden Herb Seasoning Blend to give you a boost of flavor and energy. Today, part 2, how to eat less sodium. Let's get it. Number 1, skip the salt. By skipping salt, you'll have flavor in your food and you'll make sure that your sodium intake is going down on a regular basis. You can also use other spices to flavor your foods. Basil, oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, there's so many. And this is going to give you the flavor that you're looking for. If you don't know how to mix up spices to create a great flavor, head over to my website and grab mine. Number 2, read the labels. On the labeling of most of the food that you buy, you will find a sodium number, and it'll let you know how much sodium is in that particular item. You can then choose items that have a lower sodium to suit your needs. Look for labels that are labeled low sodium, reduced sodium, or no salt added. Number 3, ask for low sodium foods when you go out to eat. Restaurants may prepare lower sodium foods at your request and serve sauces and salad dressings on the side so that you can adjust how much salt you're actually getting when you're eating out. Number 4, pay attention to condiments. So many times you may have a salad or something that's very low in sodium, but by adding a sauce, a gravy, or a condiment, you can increase the salt intake drastically. Number 5, boost your potassium intake. Choose foods that have potassium, which may help lower your blood pressure. Potassium is found in vegetables, fruits, potatoes, beets, greens, tomatoes, and bananas. These tips are going to help you to lower your sodium and lower your blood pressure. So let's just recap. In our first lesson, we said number 1 was eat fresh. Eat more fresh, wholesome foods that are lower in sodium. Number 2, enjoy home-prepared foods. By cooking your own food, you'll know exactly how much sodium you're getting in each meal. Number 3, fill up on veggies and fruit. By eating vegetables and fruits first and then the rest of your meal, you will automatically lower your sodium intake. Number 4, choosing dairy or protein foods that are low in sodium. By being selective about which foods you choose to eat, you'll be able to pick those foods that are lower in sodium. And remembering that lunch meat, sausages, canned foods, processed foods, these are all in that high sodium category. So we're going to choose lower sodium. Number 5, we learned that we have to adjust our taste buds, that eating lower salt foods is going to taste different. So this is again where my Pirates Gold Golden Herbs comes into play. All those beautiful herbs and spices are going to give you a flavor that's going to help you offset not having as much salt. Number 6, skip adding salt altogether. By not adding any salt, you'll be ensured that you're cooking a great meal. But you need flavor, so you want to add ginger, garlic, basil, or just sprinkle in my Pirates Gold and you're good to go. Number 7, read the labels. Check the labels on how much sodium are in the foods that you're buying and purchase the ones that are labeled low sodium, or reduced sodium, or no salt added. Number 8, ask for low sodium foods when you go out to eat. Many restaurants have a low sodium menu area, or will simply leave out some of the salt when they prepare your foods, even at your favorite restaurant. Number 9, pay attention to condiments. Condiments are very high in sodium when it comes to ketchup, pickles, olives, salad dressings. So by choosing the condiments that have lower sodium or no salt added, you'll help your sodium decrease. And then number 10 was boost your potassium. Potassium lowers your blood pressure and will offset any sodium that you might get in your diet. Diabetes, high blood pressure is so important, and in young people, we see that it's growing exponentially. So by parents lowering the sodium that we eat and lowering the sodium that we feed our children, we will be helping the entire family. I hope you enjoyed this series, tips on lowering your sodium. Join me in my next video when I'm going to be giving you more tips on food wellness and how to benefit you and your family. Visit my website over at troyweaver.com and grab your spices today.